the individual experiences a sense of dissatisfaction despite achieving conventional markers of success. This prompts a deeper questioning of life's purpose and inherent value. The individual starts to wonder if their current achievements are truly fulfilling. This internal conflict leads to a feeling of unhappiness and a search for deeper meaning. True happiness is not necessarily derived from worldly success. Material possessions do not guarantee lasting happiness. The key to true happiness lies in establishing a connection with God. This connection provides a deeper sense of fulfillment. Spiritual connection transcends the temporary nature of material gains. Humans were initially created with an inherent connection to God. This connection was intended to be a fundamental aspect of human existence. However, at some point, this divine connection was severed or disrupted. The severing of this connection led to a profound sense of emptiness within humans. This feeling of emptiness is a direct consequence of the broken relationship. The absence of this connection creates a void in the human experience. Restoring a relationship with God is the central theme. This restoration is not achieved through mere religious activities. Instead, it requires a genuine and heartfelt connection. The emphasis is on authenticity over ritual. A true connection fosters a deeper understanding. This understanding is key to spiritual restoration. The concept of judgment after death addresses the reality of eternity. It is a concept that considers what happens to individuals following their physical death. This judgment is often associated with determining the fate of the soul or spirit. It emphasizes the continuation of existence beyond the earthly realm. The understanding of judgment after death varies across different beliefs and philosophies. The scene is set in an indoor office environment during the day. Jihai indicates the presence of a solution. The solution addresses feelings of unhappiness. The solution also aims to resolve feelings of emptiness. The revelation suggests a potential positive change in the office dynamic. Satan is presented as an entity that actively seeks to diminish happiness. The primary role of Satan is to steal joy and contentment from individuals. Satan's actions lead to the destruction of positive emotional states. The concept portrays Satan as a force against well-being and fulfillment. Satan was initially an angel residing in heaven. This angel developed a sense of excessive pride. The pride led to a fall from grace. Consequently, the angel was expelled from heaven. This expulsion marked the transformation into Satan. Therefore, Satan's origin is rooted in a heavenly being's pride and subsequent banishment. Feelings of anxiety are often perceived as random occurrences. Similarly, feelings of emptiness are commonly viewed as coincidental. However, these feelings can be influenced by external forces. According to Jihye, Satan can be a source of influence on these negative emotions. Therefore, anxiety and emptiness may not always be spontaneous but potentially manipulated. The speaker asserts a divine awareness of human suffering. This divine entity is presented as omniscient regarding human pain. The speaker further claims that a solution to this suffering has already been provided. The nature of this solution is not explicitly detailed in this statement. The emphasis is on the pre-existence of a divine remedy. The statement implies a proactive approach by the divine in addressing human suffering. The speaker asserts that God is not passive or uninvolved in human affairs. God has already taken definitive action to address human needs. This action is identified as the sending of Jesus. Jesus is presented as the solution to a problem or set of problems. The nature of the problem is not explicitly stated, but it is implied to be significant. Therefore, God's active involvement is demonstrated through the provision of Jesus. Satan operates by using worldly things as tools. These worldly things serve as distractions. The purpose of these distractions is to divert people's attention. The ultimate goal is to draw people away from God. Therefore, worldly allurements are presented to hinder spiritual focus. Even inherently good things can become idols. Idolatry occurs when these good things are prioritized above God. This misplaced prioritization leads to unhappiness. True fulfillment comes from placing God first. Idols, even good ones, ultimately fail to satisfy. Maintaining a proper perspective is key to avoiding idolatry. Suffering originates from sin and disobedience to God's word. Acknowledging this connection is the initial step. Sin is defined as transgression against divine law. Disobedience involves failing to adhere to God's commandments. Recognizing this cause and effect relationship is crucial for addressing suffering. The second step involves believing in Jesus Christ. Belief in Jesus is a crucial element. Receiving Jesus is also essential. Through belief and acceptance, one can become a child of God. This transformation signifies a new spiritual identity. Salvation is not achieved through personal merit or good deeds. It is fundamentally a gift, freely offered. This gift is received through faith in Jesus. Faith is the essential element for receiving salvation. Therefore, salvation is obtained by faith, not by works. The presentation focuses on achieving the authority to exist eternally with God. Jihye is explaining the third step in a process. This step is crucial for attaining a perpetual divine connection. The concept of authority implies a sanctioned or earned privilege. The ultimate goal is eternal communion with the divine. Jihye is encouraging Minsu to engage in a process of spiritual reflection. She suggests Minsu consider opening his heart. Jihye advises Minsu to seek forgiveness through prayer. The act of asking for forgiveness is presented as a crucial step. She encourages Minsu to invite Jesus into his life. This invitation symbolizes a deeper commitment to faith. The message conveys reassurance and comfort. It emphasizes that divine grace is available to those who are struggling. The core idea is that individuals facing hardship are the intended recipients of compassion. This offers solace and a sense of belonging to those who feel lost or broken. An individual is engaged in prayer within an office setting. The prayer is directed towards God. The individual is asking for divine acceptance. The setting is an indoor office environment during daylight hours. The individual acknowledges that external circumstances remain the same. However, there has been a significant internal transformation. This change suggests a shift in perspective or mindset. The focus is on personal growth and adaptation rather than external changes. The individual expresses a positive shift in their emotional state. They no longer experience feelings of isolation. The sensation of fear has diminished or disappeared. Feelings of emptiness are no longer present. This indicates an overall improvement in their psychological well-being. The phrase "God is with us" is encapsulated in the name Emmanuel. Emmanuel signifies a divine presence and connection. It suggests that God is not distant but actively involved in human affairs. This concept offers comfort and reassurance. It implies divine support and guidance in everyday life. Therefore, Emmanuel represents the belief in an accessible and caring God. Minsu is expressing gratitude. The gratitude is directed towards Jihei. Jihei shared some information with Minsu. The information shared is considered the truth by Minsu. Minsu's gratitude stems from Jihei's act of sharing the truth. Jihei is in an office environment. Jihei notices Minsu's happiness. Jihei suggests Minsu share his happiness. Sharing happiness can amplify positive feelings. Sharing can strengthen relationships. Sharing can create a more positive environment.